Hi everyone. So what the chain rule basically deals with is the derivatives of composite functions. Now composite functions are functions like f of g of x, and this is essentially another way to represent f of g of x. So one example of a composite function is, say, f of x is square root of x, and let's say g of x is x cubed minus 8x plus 8. Then f of g of x is just this expression, and it's just the square root of this expression, essentially, because I'm finding g of x, which is this, and I'm finding f of that g of x, which is just the square root of that. Okay. So the chain rule says that if y is equal to f of g of x, then the derivative of y is f prime of g of x times the derivative of g of x. So basically, it's the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. So say I have y is equal to x squared plus 8 to the 20th power. Now, I could expand this, but that would be such an enormous pain that I would probably give up calculus. So the chain rule would come in handy in expressions like these, for example. So f of x could be x to the 20th power. Well then, f prime of x is 20x to the 19th power. G of x is, in this case, x squared plus 8, and so g prime of x is 2x. And so the first part of the derivative of y is f prime of g of x. So using the derivative of f of x, using this function, I just insert g of x for x here. So it becomes f prime of g of x is just 20 times x squared plus 8 to the 19th power. Okay, so to finish for the derivative of y, I then just multiply this by g prime of x. So it's f prime of g of x times g prime of x. Okay, so another more mathematical way, perhaps, of representing the chain rule. If y is equal to g of u, where u is equal to f of x, so this is basically our composite function, then the derivative of y here is dy over du. And the derivative of u here is du over dx. So if we want to find dy dx with a derivative, then we can multiply dy du times du dx. And so algebraically speaking, this would cancel out the du's and leave us with dy dx. Okay, so interestingly enough, the only thing you have to remember from this particular lesson is the chain rule. Whether this form or this form doesn't really matter. But the chain rule will be used continuously throughout the year. So I really do recommend that you get a pretty good feeling regarding its usage. So thank you guys, and hope you're having a blast in calculus.